everyone. Thanks for coming to our Facebook Live panel. It is our first time, so we probably are going to have some technical glitches. We're working on it, so be patient with us. Thank you. And I'm Stacy Menz. I'm the owner of Starfish Therapies in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm a physical therapist. And then I'm going to pass it to Jessica.
Hey everyone, I'm Jessica Oakland. I am a pediatric physical therapist with Progressive Beginnings in Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Hi everyone, I'm Kimberly Bradley. I'm an occupational therapist and owner of Kim for Kids in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy Whedon. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist. I'm the owner of KidShine LLC out of Rowley, Massachusetts.
Hi everyone, I'm Heidi Miller. I'm a speech language pathologist. I'm owner of HMS and Associates, which is in New Jersey, and I also authored a protocol on feeding therapy for picky eaters.
So what we're going to do today is I'm going to be attempting to monitor for questions that come in on the live, which that's why I have like my little setup over here, and I am trying to find it right now. We also had some questions that were submitted to us ahead of time. So I'm going to kind of moderate as well, where I'll read some of the questions that we have, and then the panel will take it up for grabs. So let's get started. So one of the questions, and this one can be like a multidisciplinary one. One of the questions that we got was about somebody at a preschool uses the screening tool, the Ages and Stages questionnaire. And the way that is, it looks at 6 different areas of development every 2 months up to a certain age. And it kind of tells you when you score it all, if there's no worries, maybe like let's monitor for a little bit, or we should be looking into this. And she was curious if when the kids are in the monitor zone, is that just really doing wait and see? Or should she be referring them on to somebody else? So anybody have thoughts? I mean, I'm happy to jump in. So, I mean, I kind of feel like, so we use that as well. And what I also do is I trust my judgment as a professional. So like if I'm seeing some things, or if they're hitting monitor for every single area, I might refer them to their pediatrician with that report, like a copy of the page. If it's just one area. So for example, when I see little babies, oftentimes they score a little bit lower on the fine motor section. And some of that is just because of exposure. Parents will be like, wait, I didn't know I could let them play with a Cheerio or something like that. So the next time they come in, the parents are like, oh my gosh, they did all this stuff. And so I don't worry as much, just from my experience, if that one is super low, if everything else looks good. But I mean, I'd be curious to hear what other people think.
When I do screenings at the preschools or the daycares, for me, it really depends on what it is that I'm seeing, how long I will have somebody wait. If the child is hitting another developmental milestone soon, I sometimes will use that as an indicator, and it depends on whether or not I'm seeing a language lag, which sometimes I'll wait a little bit longer for. If I'm seeing something with speech, if it seems like it could be a motor planning problem, then I usually don't wait as long to intervene. If it seems like it just is a little bit of an articulation phonological problem, I sometimes will have the parents, I'll wait for that next 3-month mark. But again, it depends on age. It depends on how delayed the child is and how when it is that screening is being done.
Yeah, and I think definitely I'm sorry, Jessica.
Oh, go ahead, Kim.
I think definitely when we say monitor, when we screen kids, even for handwriting example, we want to see how much are they lacking, but then also how much progress are they going to make? Are they going to be stuck in that same position in the next few months? And so if we're saying monitor and you keep an eye on it and you're still not seeing any progress over the next 2 to 3 months, that's when you need to refer out. So just keep that monitor. If they stay stuck in this kind of area and they're not making any progress after that, then definitely need to refer out for that. Jessica,
same.
what were you gonna say? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, totally fine. I think just kind of going along with that, it definitely, if you are doubtful that something is just not right, or you have kind of an intuition, your parent gut is usually correct, reach out to your closest pediatric clinic and schedule an eval. It definitely doesn't hurt to kind of tell them your concerns. Worst comes to worst, the therapist will do the evaluation, send you some home with some things to work on, and you may never have to go back. But of course, they're also going to tell you of some things to look out for too, to really just make sure you feel prepared. You feel
do
prepared.
the evaluation, send you some home with some things to work on, and you may never have to go back.
So that was one of our glitches. We have been trying to figure out if we are live, so I apologize about that. It might not have gone live from our event. So again, we're still working out glitches. Don't worry though, we're recording this so you guys will have access to the videos.
Yes.
So
I want to jump in too about, when we go to preschools, we go to a lot of preschools as well. And one of the things that we like to do is watch the child in their natural environment in the preschool, as well as doing a couple of different activities with them when they're in the preschool setting, and then talk to the teachers, talk to the parents, and really get a collaborative understanding of, is the child presenting the same at home as they're presenting in school? So we can tease out if it's something more environmental or if it's something that's happening across the board in all different settings. And that kind of helps us to say, let's just kind of ride this out a little bit, or you know what, we're seeing this at school, we're seeing this at home. I think it's really important at this point that we move forward and take some next steps.
Sometimes also therapists, it depends on which clinic and it depends on where you are, will do a screening. Sometimes you can get a screening from an actual therapist in the discipline that you're concerned about. Some clinics will do that. So that's another option as well. It's not a full eval, it's only red flags. As I tell people, it's only 15 minutes. It can't give you a definitive diagnosis, but it does give you a little bit more information than you normally have.
all right, guys, I just figured out the problem. It's going live from my personal page. So,
Okay.
I will share it to Starfish so that people can find it, but I apologize. So you can also go find my personal page, but I'm going to go share it there right now. Again, see, this is why.
Okay, but that's okay. But can we try to switch it now? Because it's saying it hasn't started.
No,
So I feel like all
Start.
these people that we sent it out to.
We can start from the beginning.
Okay, guys, we're going to restart. So thank you for your patience.